Hello, welcome back. Last time I found what was probably the first area I was actually meant to find, and I collected a power cell and also brought back the one that I had found a little farther out of the way. So I should probably look at a map. Here's one place I can. And at least acknowledge where a blue dot is and try and go toward one on purpose. Local radar and map. And I guess I could warp somewhere if I wished to. Alright, yeah, so the closest blue dot was over here, I got it. Way down there was... there's some qubits and stuff. What was this? No, I'm not going to let myself get distracted. I'm going to stick to what I said. Pick a blue dot, try to go toward it. Here's a warp very close to one. Exit terminal. So, I'm here in the world, and right, how many screens in what direction was that? I'm actually staying on task. So right and down one. Right one, down one. Okay. So can I go down one from right one? Yeah, alright. So radioactive pipes here. There's a power cell there, I see it. But it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and I'm getting like all messed up from... the nasties in here. Yeah, okay. So I remember this is the many qubits area. But also it's incredibly deadly. This is probably not a healthy place to be. I mean, it's provably not. Yeah, I remember coming here and not understanding. I feel like those lasers are something I'm going to be able to turn off or somehow deal with at some point. Because as it stands, they're just extremely in the way. Alright, safe dome. Can I go anywhere from here? I guess up is the direction I would want to go, up and very left. Okay, so let's try this, and then... yeah, there's nothing I can do in here as far as I can see. And that will not get me up any higher where I want to be, so this is clearly the end of the road. Okay, so if that's this end of the road, I may want to return to where I teleported into a moment ago and try to stay a little bit higher. Because from down here, I don't think I can reach what I wish to reach. But let's see if I can prove myself wrong by falling and ending up somewhere else entirely. No, that will not prove me wrong. I feel like I've been to that station I just passed by, but yeah, once I've gone down, getting back up is... looking a little bit unlikely. Oh, well, I found a ladder. Where was the power cell from here? It's like... dang it. In that screen just up there, wasn't it? Yeah, in fact, I came down this shaft while I was looking at it. There it is. Okay. Where was that safe dome? Yeah, I'm in great danger, I understand. It's way over here. I can get there in time, I think. There's that safe dome, which I just don't have access to. I suppose I could just use my tether, but I don't want to do that. Alright, so while terminaling, yep, my radiation is decreasing. What the... why am I 500 miles from anything? Where's the power cell I was looking at? Was it this one? That's super far away. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screens to the right? Well, I did go a long way to the right. I guess it was a longer way than I realized. Wow. Okay, so let's try this with less falling. I guess I'll just hold my thing and hold right and see if that gets me there. It did that time. Okay. So there's lots and lots going on here. There's a little tiny hole that I can fall through. I've done that before. Don't fall. But do get closer to the edge so you can charge up. I bunked a funny way, and So I've been through that tiny hole. I remember doing it. Here's a safe dome. Okay. Safety dome. And let's try tiny hole and left. And see if that leads to power cell. I don't think so. I think I need to go below this thing I'm standing on. Well, are you sure? I'm not sure of anything. But yeah, that's no good for... Well, now, hold on. Let's follow that path to its end, because that's different from where I was. It's just big interconnected series of pipes, and it's hard to tell, like, what actually connects to what anywhere. So I'm circling all around my destination, but can I actually get there? Right, so that baits me into... Oh, well, here, I can get a qubit. That's nice. Alright, and this kind of joins with sort of where I was. Kind of, sort of. Right, I get baited into that, and it's fine. Ultimately. But here is laser. Impassable, and I don't think... I mean... What if I'm stunned? Does that somehow make it safe? Sure does not, and I lose my qubit. Alright, well let's at least get that thing. How would I do that? Well, I'd have to escape that passage after having done this. I know where to do that, I think. There was a place right after here. Can I just run over this? I sure can. And that too. Neat. Okay. And I know I can get to safety. Not here. Here. Right? I think this is the right pipe for that. Yeah, okay. I did run a long way. Many, many screen. Yeah, I feel like there's like a switch I have to flip somewhere and turn off those lasers in order to proceed any further there. Perhaps that's untrue, but that is what it feels like. Okay, exit terminal. I'm just going to peer over to the right and see what there is to see. Yep, laser very in the way. I gotta get that thing out of my life. And like, just bumping into its block I don't imagine would do anything. Does not seem to. Most of the other things in this game have just been knowledge checks, so I feel like I need to learn about the lasers more so than to like find a power-up that'll let me bypass them or something. I can totally turn red here, see? Just like that. That's ominous. It's like the outline of a skull there or something. That's what I'm seeing. It's just kind of a blobby circle. But what I see is outline of skull. Oh! Well, there we go. Knowledge acquired. Laser is off. That one, at least. Several others are on. Okay. So I found the off switch. Okay, well... I'm somewhere doing something. I'm not 100% sure this is new. This feels familiar. Okay, I see where I am at least. So that white thing, yeah, I just went right past it, and I guess that's fine. How do you imagine I would get to that? Well, it's white. It's the highest value one, so it's going to be the hardest to get, probably. I've never activated that. Okay. So a laser was turned off. And time advances linearly here, so, you know, warping or respawning will not have undone my actions. It was this laser I can pass here now. This is new. Aha! And I see exactly where and why I want to pass. Okay, and can I actually do it? Yeah, white qubit in that room, whatever. That's not my current greatest interest. Yellow qubit, yeah, I've never been in that passage, clearly. But with the laser off, new avenues should be open. I think I have pulled the first pin out of this lock that I am picking. Yes, that was a tortured metaphor. What about it? So has that turned off any laser in this area? Not exactly. Wait, this is the white spot? Oh, I mixed up where I was. So this is the one I really want off. Wait, can I just stand like on the side of that and turn it off? I don't suspect so. But maybe it's worth a try. Since I am here. Just gently, gently approach. Reach for that switch. Hey, there we go. It worked. Okay. And indeed, it was a knowledge check. And I was also right about having to physically switch it off. Good stuff. Okay, so with that off, I can go through a place I wanted to go through once. Should I have been teleporting? Probably, but let's see where that pipe connects, since I have eyes on it right now. Up there below the red. I have been there. Well, now I'm down here, that's fine. Okay, tell me about this area. What have I seen in this area? All sorts of stuff. Don't worry about it. Here's an unactivated warp that I would like to learn about at some point, but I think I'm going to be here, maybe? I'm going to get all confused. Already am. But I sort of know where I'm going. This feels like the right way. Yeah, okay, so I go down here. I fall on this. I stay in this pipe. I just run across and it's fine. I'll hold my thing. Then I cross where the red is. Dang it! So easy to jump, just slightly too late. So I say, I cross where the red is. I don't jump slightly too late. I'm just going to hold jet and right and it works great. Don't fall down the hole. Now that object I'm not so sure about. I've seen a few more of them, but I don't think I've interacted with them in any way that has changed their solidity, as far as I remember. So this is newly open to me. So what? Why would I care? I could get here from another angle. What? Well, that's not what I was hoping for. But maybe this will get me to... Yeah, this has, like, particles coming out of it to bring my attention. Another cake. Maybe that's not what that is. Is that, like, actually a... like, caution pylon or something? It looks like a cake to me. That's what I see. 2 layers, frosting, candle on top. It's a cake. Okay, what's this stuff? Water? Okay, I haven't interacted with water before. I don't want to turn that on, that seems terrible. But okay, I can turn it on or off from either end, is what that's teaching me. So water does funny things to momentum, of course. But I can still move surprisingly well in it. It is opaque. There's music. Alright, you look like you would be like a spot with a cubit or something, but no. Alright, I'll just infer where the spikes probably are. I can just barely see those beneath the waves. Oh, what have I found? Yeah, I figured that'd be extremely... Alright, I found the radiation core. Reactor core, I guess that's what you'd call it. If I am indeed a nuclear reactor or something. So go through quick, don't touch the center, is what I'm gathering here. Yeah, this is a place no one should be. But I'm going right through it and not yet dying. It will happen soon, but not yet. Alright. If I can make it to some safe zone, which is there, and it has the power cell in it. Okay, and I see the passage I'm going through. There it is. Well, this is a qubit. That's not what I want. Can I go underwater? Yes. Will I die before I get there? Yes, but let's pretend that's not true. Because maybe if I wish hard enough, it could be false. Nah. Alright, fair enough. I know what I'm doing now. Should be very doable. Alright, so spend as little time as you can with the reactor core and everywhere else in here. Scoot fast. Turn sideways and use that jetpack to go forward. That didn't work. Why did I not have enough height? Did I go like in a higher wave of water that I shouldn't have done? And that damped my vertical or something? Maybe. Alright, so... There we go, minimum time spent in the reactor core. While I'm here, I might as well cube it, because I spent minimum time, so I should have some extra, maybe. Drums are coming in. And everything sort of damps down when I'm in the water. Here we go! Power cell acquired, now I gotta go back. It will be slightly irradiated by the time it gets there. There's some, like, chromatic notes in here. That instrument's doing some funny things. Is this a, friendlier way up? Because I saw there was a higher, like, there were higher things to stand on, but no, I still gotta go through the core. Ah! Well, that didn't work out. Ah, dang, gotta do the whole thing again. Fine? Alright, so get your momentum right and do... Alright, that was reasonably good, I think. Yeah, so qubit resets. Get it again. And the power cell. Okay, so yeah, this is a safe zone, but not a safe zone with a save checkpoint in it. Now, stay there for longer. Don't just leave before you've cooled down. Alright. So, to escape this, I don't know what's going to await me beyond that one spot. I'm going to have quite a journey here. Like, these are going to get longer and longer as they get farther from my ship. Cannot teleport with power cell. It is a burdensome thing, so don't touch the core of the core. Oh, okay. That was definitely not minimum dip time, but it wasn't too terribly much, and I think I can make it to the safe zone before horrible things happen to me. Easily. Okay. Hello, cake. Can't eat you. Alright, I can cash in my qubit. I can ask... Yeah, T for terminal, not for teleport. And yeah, warp. Cannot warp when holding cell or qubit. Menu are asked to cancel. So at some point, I'm going to be holding a qubit and unable to cash it in. I guess there's like a warp that's not a qubit deposit point. Now, how am I going to walk all the way here? I teleported here and I don't know the route in the slightest. So, and I can't checkpoint. This is... I don't think this is happening today, but I guess I will try. Alright, so we got a heavy radiation hazard here. I think it should be okay to go generally downward-ish. Yeah, terminal. Can't save here. Should be okay to go downward-ish. If I get out of the radiation, things won't be so bad. So yeah, there are many more qubits of interest here. Well, I'm going down here. Maybe that's fine. Tell me about the... Oh, my meter's going up. Alright, so I must be here. I'm going to go left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And down 1, 2, 3, 4. Left 6, down 4. That doesn't sound so bad. Left 5, down 4. This feels and looks very familiar. Yeah, I know I went through that spike. I remember it. Okay. This seems like at least friendly territory. Left 4, down 4. A little dangerous, but it's fine. Left 3, down 4. Left 2, down 4. I think I probably wanted to go down there, but I don't trust that. It's easier to... left 1, down 4. Left 0, down 4. Okay, and this doesn't go down. Alright, so I'm going to have to go around. And the not very detailed map doesn't tell me the manner in which I'll have to go around, so let's just figure it out. I remember initially going left to right through here. So by that logic, Right 1 down 4. Right 2 down 4. I might have lost count. Let's hope not. Looks like I went red speed. Whoops! That's fine. Right 3 down 4, I think it is. This is scary, but let's do it. Okay, lasers out of reach of turning off. Right 2 down 2, I want to say. I can recheck, but I'm close enough that it's just like within vision range, just about. Ooh, don't like this screen, but I mean, should be fine. Just hold thrust and right. Okay, right 1 die. I can see the corner of my ship. Just don't die here. Not too high. That was scary. I love we got a super stress-inducing room right there, next to the ship. It's fine when you first departed, but very different when you're returning with one of these. Okay. Cell acquired. Alright, 38%, by which I mean 37.5. Okay then. What? Causality. What are you talking about? Set checkpoint? Sure, that's fine. Does this allow me to... Yeah, this lets me warp. Sure. Man, that computer had some things to say to me. What was that about? Alright, well, mission accomplished, and I solved the mysteries of the reactor. Still lots of qubits. Those mysteries are unsolved. But I don't know, I'm feeling working on the power cells. But I took a trip out, I took a trip back, and I think I'm pretty happy with how all that went. So next time, let's go on a new quest and look for a new power cell.